Welcome back, sports fans, to another juicy, succulent, dare I say, delectable. Is that a word? I think that's a word.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we're hitting you with another episode, folks. Chill vibes. This is late night vibes. I'm laying down on a bed, not on the floor. It's PGO overtime, baby. PGO, baby. Post game overtime. I'm Will, joined as always with Brandon. Brandon, how you feeling, baby?
We're feeling good. Yeah, like you said, this is a late night one, but
good vibes though.
With the games we got coming up here, it's well worth it to talk about these.
You know what?
Two great NFC and AFC championship games coming up. Like,
before we jump into it, late night vibes. I'm feeling the late night vibes. Do you know what this reminds me of? Our old radio station days when we would record an episode at midnight.
Yeah, we did one time at 2 a.m.
Yeah,
which was nuts.
It was awesome, and dude. It was fun. It was fun. We had the keys to the studio. We would go into the sound booth at like 2 a.m. and goof off, and we used to record like 2-hour episodes, and then I would spend like 3 hours editing out all the little breathing sound effects.
We had to bump it down to an hour.
Yeah, dude, we would cut so much, man. We were
professional yappers.
Pardon?
We were professional yappers. That's what we love to do.
We're king yappers, man. We're the best yappers in the game.
The amount of episodes like we aired where it was just us talking for like an hour and we didn't play any music at all over any of it.
Dude, I think there was a few where I had to like go back in and put in a song.
Dude, yes. Yeah, like I listened to some of them like when we would pre-record and I was like, man, we don't shut up. And then if we ever played a song, it'd be like one of the same three.
Do you know what one of them was?
It was, I know the band name had Monkey in it. That's all I remember.
Okay. I'm trying to think of what that one was. I know one was Bend Sinister. Same old games.
Oh, yeah.
You say goodbye when I say hello.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da. You say da 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 da.
I forgot about that one, actually.
No, not Foolish Games. The Foolish Games make a heart. You say, yeah. Oh, man. That I forgot, dude. I still listen to that song. It's a banger. Makes me remember. Makes me think of the old days, man. Me and you booling in the studio, and then we'd have to segment out a part for Hurricane Dan.
Man, he was awesome though.
Dude, he was the king. Guy. What a legend. Guy. I hope he's doing well. Shout out to Hurricane Dan, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and Caleb.
Dude.
And Caleb.
Caleb. Oh shit, dude. I forgot.
He came with some heat sometimes.
Dude. Caleb was like the ad-lib guy that sometimes would get a bar on a song and you're like, shit, why don't we give him a full song?
Yeah.
And then we give him a full song and we're like, maybe not. Pardon?
I'd say he might be solo now. He might be flying solo out there somewhere.
Yeah, do you think he Harry Styles'd it?
Might have.
You know, I'm gonna be real. I think out of that duo, I think Hurricane Dan was the Harry Styles. But I think Caleb was like the Zayn, you know what I mean? Like he would hit you with pillow talk.
Ooh, yeah.
Pillow talk.
I don't know how pillow talk goes, but
I know the song.
Banger one point. I don't. Well, I mean, I know of it, but I can't remember how it goes. But I know that song was like popular for like the longest time.
It was a hit, bro. I think it was like in the 50 Shades of Grey movie or something like that.
You know, it's also been popular for the longest time now, it feels like.
Fucking Adam 22's wife?
Well, that. I was also going to say Taylor Swift AI images. Dude, that's nuts, though, man. Like, we were talking about it earlier. I still can't get over, like, how outrageous that is.
No, they're real fucked up, man. They're real fucked up, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Like, I get it if you're not on, like, the cheese Taylor Swift bandwagon. We're not. Like, we've made that very clear. But even that's just like
it crosses a line.
Like that's some Antonio Brown type stuff there.
Dude, I'm surprised. And did you see that tweet where I sent it to you, where Antonio Brown posted a picture of his jersey next to Chandler Jones's jersey, and he wrote CTESPN?
Because they're talking about making a podcast called that.
Those two?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
For real?
Chandler Jones put out a tweet about it.
We would have to quit.
And he was saying like, he was also saying like how they don't believe in CTE and whatnot. So that's kind of part of what the name goes into, because everybody thinks that they have it. And he's like, no, that's not a real thing.
Which is hilarious because his brother John Jones has blamed CTE on many times.
It's a good point.
John Jones has been like, I have CTE. That's why I beat my wife.
That's a good point, actually.
Yeah, no, that family's gotta get one consistent storyline. Listen, if they start a podcast, man, we're out of business. We're out of business.
We're in trouble. We're in trouble.
Dude, we don't stand a chance between their star power and abilities of being goofballs. Like, oh man, we don't have a shot.
We're goofballs. We just don't have CTE.
Well, speak for yourself, sir.
Okay, yeah. I don't have CTE.
I played plenty of rugby in my day, and wasn't smart, as the kids would say.
You know what you are smart at, though, is cooking up some good parlays.
Look at you trying to get us back on track. I was here talking chill vibes, and you're like, no, man, there's business to be done. And you know what? That's why I love you, buddy.
And you know who's ready for business tomorrow is Lamar Jackson.
Because
this is his first AFC championship game going up against
the underdogs,
guy who never loses. And this is the thing, right? I thought about this today. You're now living the life that everybody else did while you were with Tom Brady in the glory days.
Yeah, I know.
The way you feel about Mahomes now, this is how everybody felt about Brady.
Dude, I've thought that 100 times. Like, don't let it get twisted. The irony is not lost on me. Like, whenever I'm being a Mahomes hater, first off, Mahomes is an insanely talented quarterback. I actually don't hate him. I hate his brother and I hate his wife. Mostly his brother. I can't stand his brother.
That's everybody. That's everybody, though.
Dude, his brother's dog shit. But
the videos of him like forcing himself into the mixture with Brittany Holmes and Taylor Swift too is so painful to watch.
I thought you meant that video of him forcing himself on a waitress.
I guess also that. Yeah, I guess not the first time he's forced his way into something that he doesn't belong in. But yeah, man, I'm just
listen. It's not lost on me that I'm a hypocrite. But here's the thing: if you listen back to our episodes, I have never once claimed that I'm not a hypocrite. I take pride in it. I take so much pride in it.
You do own it.
I know I'm a dirty hater, and you know,
that is true.
Basically, take everything I say like a Taylor Swift AI image. It's not real, but it's great entertainment.
Oh my. I thought you were just gonna leave it at. You're just gonna leave it at take it and those images. I was like,
well, yeah. No,
there was being a lot of take. I just, man, if we have to endure the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, like everything, the entire thing encompassed all into one. First of all, I just want to see something different. Like, again, I like Mahomes, I like Kelsey. I'm just tired of them always in it. And then all the outside stuff that's going to be involved because of like Taylor Swift. I'm just like, I don't want to see an entire Super Bowl game revolve around one fan.
Yeah.
Like, that's my biggest thing. And we know that would happen.
Oh.
Like, that would 100% be what happens. And I don't want that. Like, if there's a world where it's Chiefs versus Lions and the whole storyline is about, can Taylor Swift cheer them on to a Super Bowl, and it's not focusing on the incredible story of the Lions and whatnot, man, I'd be fuming.
Dude, even if it's not the Lions and it's the 49ers and it's not on Big Cock Brock.
Yeah.
going from Mr. Irrelevant to Super Bowl quarterback.
He still never lost a playoff game that he's started and finished.
Buddy, speaking of finishing, those Taylor Swift AI pictures. All right.
Oh, okay.
Let's okay. Deep breaths, okay? Deep breaths.
Gotta compose myself.
Deep breaths.
This is gonna be a great game, though.
Don't sue me, anyone. Don't sue me.
Yeah, he's already got CTE.
Me, yeah. No, I already got CTE. I've already lost my temper today. I've had a tough day.
Got a day. Oh, speaking of which,
I had a show before the episode. Some idiot broke the microphone I rented.
Speaking of which, did you see
put that out there?
Who the Falcons named as their head coach? Because we were talking about this last time.
Bill Belichick.
Yeah, it sounds like he's going to be not coaching at all.
Which to me is crazy.
Yeah.
He's statistically the best coach to ever live.
Yeah. Yep.
There's one coach who has more wins than him, but
they didn't grow Tom Brady.
And Jimmy Garoppolo, and Jacoby Brissett, and Julian Edelman, and Rob Gronkowski. Aaron Hernandez. How could I forget about the big Hernandez?
The list just goes on and on.
You know, everyone credits other franchises for when they draft a gay player. Why didn't anyone credit Bill for having Hernandez? We saw the documentary. He was kissing it up with other men. Why don't we get a social benefit?
Dude, it probably took us 8 hours to watch that whole thing.
Yeah, because we were challenging our inner Zayn Malik and doing a little pillow talk. Okay. Dude, they should have put pillow talk not in the 50 Shades of Grey, but in the Hernandez documentary. They should have had Hurricane Dan do a segment.
I can't. All right.
Did you ever watch 50 Shades of Grey?
No.
I watched it with an ex a long time ago. About 20 minutes into the movie, we did it. About 30 minutes into the movie, I fell asleep. I hit the snooze button, all right?
You're a dog.
First I hit her button, then I hit my snooze button. No, I'm just kidding. I can't make women come. All right.
You know who can?
The Taylor Swift AI images.
Well, true. But I was gonna say Lamar Jackson, who, in my opinion, I think he's doing double duty this year. He's winning 2 MVPs.
He can make me come.
He will in this game
when he wins me a parlay. Should we just lay down this parlay?
Let's do it. What do you want to do?
We've been going for 15 minutes so far, and I don't think we've covered anything.
Yeah, but we've been spicy. We've been on fire. You know what else was on fire? No, but actually, what do you want to do? Do you want to do?
What else was on fire? Henry Ruggs' car.
How long do you have that one cooked up for?
It just came to me in the moment.
All right.
Hey, compose ourselves.
What do you want to do? Do you want to do each game individually, or do you want to encompass it all into one? What do we feel?
So we can do like a little baby. We can do with the spread if you want. Like, I don't know. Get spicy. Take Ravens -4.5.
Are we betting with our brains or hearts? First of all,
cocks. We're betting with our cocks.
Because I think we're for sure going Ravens. I mean, in my opinion, they're the most complete team remaining in the playoffs. They were the best in the regular season. Like I said, I think they've got the MVP of the season, Lamar Jackson, on their team. Great defense, great run game, great head coach.
And here's why I'm comfortable with the 4.5 spread. And this is what's interesting. It opened at 3. The line is shifted 1.5 points.
And the only thing I think that happened in that time was Kadarius Toney got ruled out for the Chiefs, which, if anything, makes the Chiefs better, in my opinion.
Damn.
So
ouch.
I'm like, it's kind of an interesting. Well, I mean, like, what did Kadarius Toney do this year? He, really, what did he do? 27 receptions. He did. But this season, 27 receptions for 169 yards and 1 tug. Wow.
Dog.
Chiefs are in trouble without him. No. If anything, like I said, they're better off because they can put anyone else out on the field and be better off for it.
Some spicy words.
But again, it's always that thing of it's Mahomes in the playoffs. I mean, we always say you can't bet against him, but then we did last week. And I mean, it kind of looked for a bit like we actually might be on the right side of it for once. And then Buffalo pulled out their trademark and choked away another game that they should have won. That's just typical.
Yeah, they're really good at that.
The only thing they're better at is missing wide right. But yeah, I mean, I'm still big on the Ravens bandwagon. I think their defense is it's going to be the biggest challenge for Mahomes thus far throughout the playoffs. And I think if the defense is able to even keep the Chiefs to 20 points or under, even 21, I think the Ravens can easily beat them. Because I don't see the Ravens offense having any struggles. I think it's really going to come down to the defense and making sure that they shut down Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I feel.
Yeah, well, and I think honestly, to beat the Chiefs, it just has to be a shooting gallery. I think you need to put up 1 million points. Yeah. You got to put up 60 and hope you can hold them to 50. You know what I mean? I think if you're going into a game saying, let's put up 17 and hope we can hold them to 10, you're foolish, you're silly, you're dumb, you're dull, you're daft.
And even if they shut the Chiefs out in the first half, we know that Mahomes and Kelsey and them can come out in the second half and drop 28 points on you in the second half. It's really you got to drop a shit ton of points on the board to give yourself a good chance of winning that game.
And so I'll be honest, now it's getting a little risky. Now it's at 4.5. Originally the line opened up at 3. And I was saying slam Ravens all day. With that being, if you're gonna take Ravens money line and the spread is 3, you might as well take the spread, because the only way you're not gonna beat the Chiefs by a nail biter. You need to blow them out or you're gonna lose. I'm sorry. Yeah. And I think now that it's hit 4.5, now we're getting a little spicy. But I'm comfortable taking that 4.5 line with the Ravens still. I think they can win by over 5 points personally, and I think they have to. Again, like I said,
they can, they do have to.
Yeah, I wouldn't waste odds on money line on this bet, simply because I think if the money line's gonna hit, then that spread is gonna hit.
Yeah.
Now, moving on to the NFC game, we have the 49ers taking on your underdog Detroit Lions, baby. My brain tells me 49ers. Now, I was talking to a guy at work, and he made a really good point.
Ooh. Also worth noting, it sounds like Mark Andrews is. I was going to say, it sounds like Mark Andrews is going to be playing for the Ravens, which makes a good offense that much better now. So
true. Gives another option.
And then the 49ers will have Debo.
So I was talking with a coworker, and this is interesting, and I had to agree with it. So I said, "Who do you want to win?" And he goes, "It all depends on the first game, because I want the Ravens to win."
We all do.
If the Ravens win, then I want the Lions to win, because then anything can happen at Cinderella.
Yeah.
If the Chiefs win, then I want the 49ers to win, because the 49ers have the best chance to beat the Chiefs.
That's true, yeah.
And I didn't even think of it that way, but I'm like, you know what? Like, you're right.
It's not even like who we're cheering for to win the Super Bowl this year. It's just whatever results in the Chiefs losing.
Yeah.
Like, that's really what it is.
Yeah, like, and I think it was a good point. He's like, listen, if the Ravens win, all bets are off. Like, if the Ravens win, hooray, let's enjoy a good Super Bowl. Because Lamar Jackson in the Super Bowl, awesome. The Lions in the Super Bowl, awesome. Dan Campbell in the Super Bowl, awesome.
Yeah. It's a win-win either way.
Yeah, and then if the 49ers are in there, awesome. But if the Chiefs are in there, Dan Campbell, I love you. Jared Goff, I love you. Listen.
You gotta wait. You gotta wait one more year.
Listen, children. I know you got grit. And listen, that's awesome. Grit, adorable, very cute. I'm so proud of you. Here's a cookie. Here's a gold star. Patrick Mahomes, dare I say Jackson Mahomes' brother, does not give two flying fucks. Now, here's another thing to just throw out there. We have talked on the podcast before about Kelly Stafford's husband.
Oh, have we ever?
I would like to go out here and say this one time. His name is Matthew. We are giving him his name back. It's Matthew damn Stafford, folks. All right? Matthew Stafford. And from here on out, the quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs is either Brittany Mahomes' husband or Jackson Mahomes' brother.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Matthew has done nothing wrong to us. And I'm going to take it a step further. The tight end for the Chiefs is Taylor Swift's boyfriend.
Ooh. He's reached that territory now.
Because you know what?
He's in that category.
I love Matthew Stafford. He's a dog.
He is.
He's a great football player. And he gave Detroit everything he had.
Yeah.
I do not want to see one more damn Super Bowl with Taylor Swift's boyfriend and Brittany Mahomes' husband.
Yeah. I'm ready for something different. Because really, think about it. Since the very start of the radio show, when we started it, all the way up till now, and then going into this podcast, pretty much every Super Bowl we've talked about had the Chiefs in it.
Not the first one.
The very, very first one we did was Chiefs 49ers.
Not the second one.
Oh, no. Yeah, that was the second one. What was the first one? Oh, first one was
Patriots Rams, baby.
But then from like there on out, like it's so many of them have just always included the Chiefs.
Brandon, back up for a second. What was the first one?
Patriots Rams.
Who won that one?
Yeah, shut up. Tom Brady did.
Yeah,
he won. Not the team. He did.
Gisele Bundchen's ex-husband.
Oh, now he's in Austin. Now you're lumping him in that territory.
No. We love Tommy boy.
We do. I'd rather see the Patriots and Brady in than the Chiefs, just because I'm just sick of it.
Well, that's just because you're racist and you prefer a white quarterback. But I'm kidding. You're a big Lamar fan.
I was gonna let you keep talking. I was just rolling.
No, because you're a Kyler Murray fanboy.
I am. He'll get there one day. Lamar's paving the way for him. He's paving the way. And that's going to happen this year. But realistically, I would like to see a Ravens-Lions. I think that would be just such a fun, unique Super Bowl. But again, if it's Ravens 49ers, I'm totally okay with that too, because it's the kind of the best from the AFC versus the best in the NFC. Like, I know we saw them play earlier this year, and the Ravens just walked all over the 49ers. But I think when it's a Super Bowl game and it's like anything can happen, I think you put those two teams together, you're going to get magic in that game. So
yeah,
as long as you don't see the Chiefs, I'm totally happy with whatever matchup we get and whatever outcome. I'm happy either way.
I think we're in for an exciting game. All right, so the spread in the NFC game is 7.5. Now we have two options here. Personally, I think 49ers take it. That being said, can they win by 7.5?
I think 7.5 is a little too steep.
So do we go Ravens -4.5 and Lions +7.5?
That's kind of what I'm looking at.
Is that what you're feeling?
Yeah. Because like we said, if the Ravens are going to win, they're going to have to blow the Chiefs out, because they're not going to win a close game. Whereas I think the Lions are a better team than the Packers, and the Packers kept the 49ers to a nail-biting game right up until the end. So
yeah, I'm with you.
Like, I think the Lions could even put a real big scare into the 49ers, and the 49ers have to march down right at the end to win the game.
All right. I like the way you think, Brandon.
I mean, a toddler could think this way, but...
All right, so is that because we're going to place that one and then two same games. So Ravens -4.5, Lions +7.5. Is that our first PGO parlay, baby?
Sure is.
Lock it in.
Yeah.
All right. Now
you've been putting some work in here.
Call me Chef Will. I've been in the kitchen and I've been cooking. Here's what I'm saying, all right?
Let's hear what you got.
Ravens -2.5. Alternative spread.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Both teams.
Yeah. What are you feeling here? I thought you were cooking.
16.5.
Okay. I'm definitely not opposed to that, because I think that's quite realistic for this matchup.
You know, maybe you scratch that, because you know it doesn't even help the odds. That makes no sense. Huh.
Well, it can if we want it to.
What makes sense or help the odds?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. You know what? Scratch that. Scratch that one. Okay, get rid of that one.
Okay. Well, just erase that.
Erase it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar Jackson over. Oh, I gotta go muscles. Patrick Mahomes over 1.5 passing touchdowns.
Okay. Which is very, very realistic. Pretty much as realistic as you can get, I would say.
Lamar Jackson. Why don't they have his rushing in here? I gotta go to play rushing props. Okay. Lamar Jackson over 66.5 rushing yards.
Yeah, easy. For Lamar, that's easy.
Okay.
Especially the way he's been playing.
I'm with you.
Like, I'm totally on board with that.
Now, here's where we're going to get a little bit silly.
All right. What is it you got whipped up?
Gus Edwards.
Mm-hmm.
Over 50 passing or rush and receiving yards.
Yeah, he's going to have to play a big role of it for the Ravens in that game.
I think there'll be some checkdowns in there.
Yeah. He's going to have a big role.
Isaiah Pacheco.
Mm-hmm.
Over 50 rush and receiving yards.
Okay. I'm on board with that.
Then
I think that's very realistic.
Field goals over 1.5.
Yeah. Yeah, because you will get some. Well, you'll probably actually be getting even more than 2 field goals. Now, it feels like one of those games where like a team's going to score on almost every drive, or like at least every second. Like there's going to be a lot of, whether that's touchdowns or field goals.
Yeah. Now, here's something I gotta look up, because I may take back one of my legs here.
Which one?
Gus Edwards.
But you're not feeling it on him? You're not feeling high on him? Because I think he's going to have a very strong game. Like I said, he's going to have to, like we talked about before, the Ravens are a very heavy run team. So they're going to have to rely heavily on Gus Edwards to carry some of that, like a lot of that workload for them in the backfield.
So here's something to take into account, though. He only got 40 yards against the Texans.
Dude, Texans have a good defense, so.
48 against Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh's got a phenomenal defense.
68 against Miami.
Okay, yeah, Miami's defense was kind of dog.
31 against San Fran.
What about his receiving yards?
58 against Jacksonville.
Because does that play any?
San Fran, he got 39 receiving yards.
Okay.
He got 0 targets against Miami and Pittsburgh.
And what did we have him at? 68, did you say?
We have him at over 50.
Over 50. Okay, when you put it into perspective like that, personally, I still think he does.
Yeah.
I do think so. But I'll let you make the final call, because I am confident in Gus Edwards too. Because like we saw, he's going to get at least 10 touches. All it takes is for him to have one of those, like, he gets 20, 25, somewhere in there, yards, and then you're dancing then from there.
All right, what if we did this? Hear me out. Instead of 50 all-purpose yards, what if we did 44, over 44.5 rushing yards?
Okay.
The only reason I wanted the all-purpose is I feel like there's check down potential.
Mm-hmm.
I say we keep it on there. What do you say?
I'm okay with it.
And Isaiah Pacheco, keep that on there?
Yeah.
Now, here's the last leg that gets a little bit spicy.
Which is what we naturally do.
Odell Beckham Jr. Over 20.5 yards. Now, here's the thing. Against
I'm
Houston,
not as confident on that one.
Here's the thing. Against Houston, he got 12 yards.
Mm-hmm.
1 reception. Against Miami, 1 reception, 33 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Against San Fran, 2 receptions, 13 yards. Jacksonville, 1 reception, 14 yards. LA, 4 receptions, 97. Chargers, 3 receptions, 34. Cincinnati, 4 receptions, 116. Cleveland, 1 reception, 40 yards. Seattle, 5 receptions, 56 yards. Detroit, 5 receptions, 49 yards. Tennessee, 2 receptions, 34.
It's the fact that Mark Andrews is back. Like, the Ravens are already more of a run-first team to begin with, and we know Zay Flowers is the number 1 target for Lamar. But now even having Mark Andrews back in, it's like that takes away some more plays that they might look to give it to Odell. And that's the thing. It's like 20 yards isn't.
That's so hittable.
Like for a guy like Odell, like it should be an easy over, but based on what he's done and the fact that Mark Andrews is back,
When did Mark Andrews go out?
Give me 2 seconds. He went out in what game was that? When they played the Bengals. So that I can't remember what week that was.
So here's something to just put out there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like no, he didn't go out start of the season because they played the Bengals twice. He went out like in November, right?
Yeah, middle of November.
Yeah. So
middle of November.
Odell's yards, except for the 2 big games, have actually gone down since he went out. Before he went out, the game before, Odell got 40 yards, then 56. One game he got.
You can make the argument that more guys shift towards Andrews, and that opens up a little.
Exactly. I think he becomes the outlet guy.
Yeah, and then like that their top guys is going to be on Zay Flowers, so the field could really open up for Odell, and he kind of thrives in these big games.
He really does.
I like the over, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah. We talked ourselves into it.
And that's the one that's not going to hit.
Yeah, but we talked ourselves into it, so.
All right.
We made it make sense.
So here's the 7-leg same game parlay.
7.
Ravens minus 2.5. Mahomes over 1.5 passing tutties. I think that's doable.
Yeah. Sounds good so far.
Lamar Jackson over 66.5 rush yards. Gus Edwards over 50 rush and receiving yards.
Yeah.
Pacheco over 50 rush and receiving yards.
Yeah. Over 2.5 or over 1.5 field goals.
Over 1.5 field goal, and Odell over 20.5 receiving yards.
That's actually not bad.
Is that the move?
I like that.
Yeah?
I like that.
That's the move, eh?
Like they make sense when you look at, it can only make so much sense when you're looking at the stats, right? Because in these games, like, it's unpredictable. Anything can happen, but we've kind of made it make sense with the ones that we've gone with.
I think so. I think we have.
And if the Ravens just straight up lose, well, it all comes crashing down. But
yeah,
it's not like we're going to bet on the Chiefs. So
no, of course not. What are you, silly?
Exactly. No, I'm totally okay with.
Is that the one? Is that the one to win it all for us?
That's the first of 3 winners.
All right, let's go over it one more time. Ravens over 2.5, or Ravens minus 2.5 points. Mahomes over 1.5 passing tugs. Lamar over 66.5 rushing yards. Gus Edwards, 50 plus rushing receiving. Pacheco, 50 plus rushing receiving. Over 1.5 field goals. And Odell over 20.5, folks. Boom.
2 down, 1 to go.
That is such a juiced up parlay.
That is.
If that hits, I'm going to lose my brain.
Well, we're like we said, we're due for one. We're due for one, right?
All right, 49ers.
This is the one that's is kind of.
Okay, let's stay off of money line. Let's stay off of overall winners. How about that?
Okay, I'm okay with that.
I think we gotta just for the sake of it. I think we gotta throw in a CMC anytime tutty.
Yeah. Yeah, you know he's gonna get one.
Then I think I'm saying Purdy over 21.5 passing completions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah. Especially because of how many times he'll dish it off to McCaffrey as well. Those will add up as well.
Little check downs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I like that. I feel like.
Do you think Purdy's going to pass for some?
Brown is going to have a big game.
Do we put him down as an anytime? Anytime tug?
He probably does get one. I'm just going to look up what his recent games look like. Does this mean anything? No, but the last while he's basically been getting one in almost every single game. So I think it's safe to say that they'll make a connection at some point and he'll get one. So I like that as well. Having him and McCaffrey as those two for that.
Okay.
I can feel confident there.
All right. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Anytime tug.
Yeah.
That juiced our odds a little bit.
Other than that, I'm like, what do we think for Goff? What kind of game are we going to get from Jared Goff?
Part of me,
like, it's been so long since we've seen him in a game like this.
Part of me thinks, and I feel bad even doing this, part of me thinks we got to throw the over on 0.5 interceptions for one of these guys.
Yeah. But which one do you go with?
Goff.
Do we think Goff has thrown at least one interception?
Oh, dude, I don't know, man. You know, let's not be a hater. No.
Because that's tough watching a game like, and you're because that's such a mixed emotions. Because you're like, kind of want to see the Lions actually maybe win, but you're also like, fuck Goff. What, you got to throw an interception at some point here.
So here's the deal. Amon-Ra
also hasn't thrown an interception his last 3.
Fair. Amon-Ra St. Brown, his line for receiving yards is 85.5.
Okay.
I don't think he's getting over that.
Against the 49ers, probably not.
Here's a one, though, that I do feel comfortable hitting.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Laporta, 48.5.
Oh, yeah.
You think Amon-Ra pops off? I think Laporta pops off.
Yeah, I would take the over on that. Because they're going to rely on him on some big plays. Like,
yeah,
he's kind of their guy when, you know, it's third down or that you go for it on fourth down. He's one of those guys that they turn to. And in a game like this, they're going to need that from their big guy there. Yeah. What do you think? Probably over 1.5 field goals.
Probably over 1.5.
Tyler Bass isn't playing in it, so you know that they're going to make them. Too soon. Sorry, Bills fans.
Okay, I'm looking for one line here. Oh, it's not having it. All right, here's one for you. Deebo Samuel.
Deebo.
Over 47.5 receiving yards.
What's that you got? What's his?
78.
Oh, jeez. I mean, one of those two is gonna be. And it's probably Deebo.
I think Deebo is gonna pop off because a Lions player was talking shit about him.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And that, yeah, you never want to do that. Yeah. And what did you say he was at? 50?
48.
48. Oh, geez.
Well, 47.5.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the over, especially on a guy like Deebo.
Okay.
Who, like in one play, he could get that.
Yeah.
With some of the big plays he pulls off, that's how many legs do we got there on that? That's a fair amount, I think we threw in there.
That's fair.
Unless there's another one you're thinking of.
Where's the field goal line? There we go. Field goals made. You think it's over 1.5 total?
I think so.
I agree.
I definitely think so.
All right, it's pretty juiced. Not gonna lie, it's a pretty juiced parlay.
What are our odds sitting at for it?
Mine. Well, I guess we're on the same app. Plus 1,800.
Jeez.
Okay, so we have McCaffrey to score a tug. Amon-Ra St. Brown to score a tug. Purdy over 21.5 completions. Laporta over 48.5 receiving yards. Deebo over 47.5 receiving yards and over 1.5 field goals made.
I like that.
Is that the move?
I like that one, yeah. I feel like that one's kind of playing it safe a little bit more because we're not relying on a team to cover the spread or a certain outcome of the game of a team winning or not. Just going strictly off through
That's fair.
the start of the game to the end and what players can do, I think makes that one a little bit of a safer one to roll with.
All right, I'll lay it on the line. I'm putting some bones on it.
These are two big games.
These are two juiced parlays.
When you've got big games like this, you got to go big on them, and that's what we love to do here. There you go. Yeah. How many legs was that second one? Was that also 7?
No, it was only 6.
6. Oh yeah, like we could have, yeah, because we didn't go with Jared Goff.
Cowardly.
Imagine if he does first play of the game, he throws a pick 6.
Not even a pick 6, just a pick.
But imagine if it was a pick 6, just to really man. But I think that kind of wraps up our coverage of these games. Like we said, two phenomenal games.
2 exciting games. Brandon, are you looking forward to it?
Oh, I'm very much looking forward to it. And
I'm looking forward to it too.
It's one of those ones where it's also like, because the Chiefs-Ravens game is first, and I'm super excited for both, but I don't want to be in a position where I'm watching the Lions and 49ers after a Chiefs win.
I hear you.
I'd rather watch the second game being like, man, the Ravens won now. I just want an exciting game, and I don't care who wins because we'll get an exciting game either way.
Do you know what would make it even better? If we're watching the second game after the parlay hits.
Yeah. Chiefs lose and parlay hits. Can't ask for much better than that.
Oh man, that's living La Vida Loca right there. That's living the dream. That's living La Vida Laporta right there.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Do you have energy?
He's have a big game. At the moment, kind of half.
What would help more is W Energy, folks. W Energy with us again, as always. Cheer-free, crash-free energy blend that you know you love, and we talk about it every darn episode. You head over to our links in the bio so they know we sent you. Click that W link, use code PGO for 10% off at checkout. That's right, folks, code PGO. 3 simple letters, PGO, for 10% off at checkout, and use the link in the bio so we know they know we sent you. You can find those links in our bios and all of our bios for our social medias at PGO Show on TikTok and Instagram, at PG Overtime on X, and Postgame Overtime, Postgame one word on YouTube, folks. And speaking of YouTube, we're going to try and hit you live tomorrow for some of the games at this point because it's late night vibes. It's even today that we're going to be doing it, and we want to see you there on the live stream. And if we don't do a live stream, well, don't fucking bother us about it, all right? Chill out. We have better shit to do then, clearly.
We've delivered a lot of empty promises here, and we're continuing that.
All we do is deliver empty promises. How many times have we said, ooh, this parlay is going to hit?
Yeah. I can't remember the last one we've had that's hit, so we're due.
We're due, folks. We're due. Like a woman who's 9 months pregnant, we're due. All right?
Yeah. That
indeed. That. All right, folks. Do you have any final parting words?
Nope. I'm in a good space. I'm going to enjoy this good space going into the games.
Yeah, these late night vibes.
Hopefully I stay in it afterwards, but we'll see. We'll see.
Hey, man, I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling sexy. I'm feeling spicy. And I know you're looking all those things across the mic, Brandon.
Let's do a bet between us. What do you think the odds are someone shows up to the Ravens-Chiefs game and has like a sign made that's got the Taylor Swift AI images on it?
Jesus Christ.
Because if it was in Buffalo, I could see it.
They would. I think a Buffalo fan made those AI images.
Probably. Actually, probably.
It was me. I'm a Buffalo fan.
You are. You're a big Buffalo fan.
Huge Buffalo fan.
Some would say you actually were hoping and praying Tom Brady went there to end his career.
No. Because now I get to cheer for Baker.
Baker and the boys.
Baker and the boys.
What a great showing he had last week still, though.
Even though he threw a pick?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Like, shout out to Baker, man.
Shout out to Baker.
Oh, speaking of the Bucs, your favorite team, do you see Bruce Arians went to Patriots?
No. What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I saw that earlier today, actually.
For what?
Let me look it up.
What? You're pulling my leg. You're yanking my dick.
I'm trying to find it. Hold on. Maybe I got baited. Or maybe it's just there was talks of it. Okay, maybe there's nothing.
You fool.
Maybe I got baited. Oh, the tweet I bookmarked was deleted. So I can't even see what it said.
Absolute fool.
I had it bookmarked.
That's fair. Folks, thank you so much for listening. Place those parlays. We're going to try and get this episode out to you early in the morning so you can listen to it before the games. Play along, sing a song, and tell a friend. We love you, and have a good weekend. Did you get